I had no idea the British press was so bigoted.
This one's wife. I've got to make dinner for the kids. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Like all mid-range narcissists, this one's wife operates a facade. Her facade has different facets to it. One of the facets is that she is a kind, loving, and wonderful mother. You will have noticed from time to time she drops that in, often in a context which isn't appropriate. For example, when she was last in New York, she talked about how amazing it was being a mother when she was addressing a group of people who'd lost their children as a consequence of online activity. A clear indicator of the absence of emotional empathy on the part of this one's wife and the fact that her cognitive empathy misfires. The facade of being a good parent is utilized by mid-range and greater narcissists, but especially so with those of a mid-range persuasion, and even more so with those that are middle mid-range. Whether it's middle range A or middle range B, the facade of being the good parent or the parent that tries their best is regularly utilized. With the middle mid-range A, this is the individual that believes that they are ostensibly a kind and considerate person that will help other individuals. They are often seen as the overwhelming angel, an individual that goes around committing good acts, and often they are acts of goodness, but the motivation behind them is entirely self-serving. It's not driven by emotional empathy, it's driven, of course, by the pursuit of the prime aims. These acts of charity and philanthropy may, in some circumstances, actually be overly interfering, actually be unwanted. The narcissist, of course, believes that they're acting with the best of intentions, but blinded by their narcissism, which utilizes this concept of being helpful and kind in order to further the prime aims, they tell people how they should live their lives. They interfere in their decision-making. They interfere in their relationships. They micromanage. They can't see that they're doing anything wrong. I just wanted to help, comes the protestation. But those middle-range type A narcissists behave in that fashion, whereby their goodness is self-serving and is often unwanted and seen as interfering. With the middle range type B narcissist, they act in a similar fashion. However, they are more likely to talk about how nobody appreciates what I do for them. Nobody shows me any gratitude for how hard I work for this family. I'm a good mother, but sometimes I really do wonder why I bother because of the behaviour of my children, etc. Thus, they want to be seen as the individual that cares for their family, that keeps the family unit ticking over, that does their best for them, but often they will complain about the lack of gratitude in their treatment as a consequence of their help that they've offered and that they provide. This one's wife loves to remind us of the fact that she's a brilliant mother, that she, of course, makes the breakfast for the children, and that Lilibet has found her voice age 3, which is a complete load of horse shit. And she's at it again. This one's wife needs to ensure that you all know that she is this fantastic Wonder Woman that's got her priorities just right. Now, who else but one of the supine publications needs to inform us about this, and it comes courtesy of People, as the excerpt from a recent article tells us this. When it comes to priorities, parenthood comes first for this one's wife, facade management. That was evident over the weekend when this one's wife had to make a quick exit from the September the 7th grand opening of Godmothers, a bookstore near the home in Monte Shitshow, California, she shares with husband Prince Harry and kids Prince Archie, 5, and Princess Lilibet, 3, in case you'd forgotten that Prince Harry was her husband and that she has children, or purportedly so. After sharing remarks herself, gosh, so brave, so stunning, and listening intently to others' messages from the front row. Believe me, she won't have been listening intently. She'd have been grinding her teeth thinking, I can put that better than that person. This one's wife made a dash for the door, according to Town and Country. Wasn't that incredible? She said of the evening's programme. Brilliant insight. She's so insightful, so perceptive, isn't she? Before adding apologetically as she left, I've got to make dinner for the kids. Bullshit. Quite simply, bullshit. I'm not suggesting that people have made this up, though there's always a possibility that could have been the case, but more likely that this is just another example of this one's wife reminding the world of what a brilliant mother she is. The fact is, she made a dash for the door. Why? Because the opening of a bookstore, wow, that's meaty, isn't it? Served its purpose. She had got what she needed from it, which was to control a number of non-intimate secondary sources and non-intimate tertiary sources, receive fuel from them as she stood there with her shit-eating rictus grin, gripping the microphone like a dick, and gurning at the audience while she spouted word salad. She managed to facade by making the appearance, and there may have been some form of residual benefit in case of her being given, I don't know, a signed copy of Gwyneth Paltrow's cookbook. Ha 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 ha. The fact is, it had served its purpose, so her narcissism said, there's no need to hang around here. These people are under control, you're well fueled, you don't need to spend further time. And because she's important and a narcissist, she has to announce her departure. As I so often enjoy telling people when they flounce, this isn't an airport, you don't need to announce your departure. But this one's wife, rather than just say goodbye and leave, has to have it reported that she made a dash for the door. Why? Was it a portal to another world that was about to close and trap her in a bookstore forever? Of course it fucking wasn't. But it has to be reported of her making a dash because, of course, her entrance and her exit has to have everybody turn heads and witness it. She has to do something to ensure that everybody knows that she's leaving so they can go, oh, such a shame, don't go. I was really enjoying being covered in beige word salad. Please give me some more. Instead, she needs to announce it because she needs the world, or at least that immediate world around her, to know that she's going so that she can prompt a reaction and garner some more fuel. That she doesn't do a backdoor boogie, slipping away unnoticed. No, she has to be noticed because she's important. But also, she needs to justify her disappearance. Now, because she doesn't know she's a narcissist, or she might know she's accused of being one, but doesn't accept it, she doesn't think to herself, well, my work here is done because they're under control and I've got plenty of fuel and I've managed my facade, so fuck this shit, I'm going to go back and do some rage scrolling. No. Instead, it's a case of the narcissism basically tells her, time to go, and let everybody know that you're a good mother, that you've got to make dinner for the kids. Can you imagine anybody else at that event going, got to go, got to read the bedtime story to the children, got to go, got to polish a kid's school shoes, got to go, got to make dinner for my kids too. Sorry, I'm making a dash for the door because I've got to get back to ensure that little Tommy isn't eating his bogies. No, they don't, because many of the other individuals will not have been narcissists. But with this one's wife, it's all about see me leave and react to it, and I'll just throw in a bit more facade management as I depart by making it known that I've got to make dinner for the kids. She might not have said that at the time, but once it published in the PR puff piece that is coming from the people, or she did say that. But believe me, she's not interested in making dinner for the kids. She's just interested in making it look like she makes dinner for the kids because it's performative and it serves the purposes of the prime aims. She can get that by talking about it and not doing it. They've got a staff. The nanny will have made dinner for the kids already. But she wants to make it seem like she does that because she wants to make it seem like she cares. And we all know, because she's a narcissist, that she doesn't. Once again, more performative behaviour and facade management from this one's wife and triangulating people with her children. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.